Welcome to I Just Have to Say Something, a conservative Hispanic perspective where we audit criminal, police, and civilian interactions to improve safety within our communities, supporting the Second Amendment, police accountability to ensure our fundamental rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are never infringed. Please show your support for safer communities and the Second Amendment by hitting that like, subscribe, and notification bell. This channel is all about responsible gun ownership and self-protection and basic civil liberties and rights. And this man is flat out an idiot because I will tell you, in my opinion, this man has watched too many TV shows where people are frequently brandishing a weapon and nothing happens. And in the real world, that just ain't so. Let's dissect this video and look at everything that this person did wrong.
Police are recommending serious charges tonight against a man who was caught on camera confronting a skateboarder with a gun outside of a church in Gilbert. This video was seen widely on social media, shared thousands of times, hundreds of thousands of times, in fact. Fox 10 investigative reporter Justin Lum spoke exclusively to the suspect earlier today before police provided an update on the case this evening.
Three friends were skateboarding in the Compassion Church parking lot over the weekend. One of them tells Fox 10 a man in a Tesla just didn't want them here, so much so he pulled out a gun. Compassion Church is located at Guadalupe and Lindsay Roads. The property is also home to Lexington Life Academy, a school for children with autism or related disorders. But last Saturday, the lot was pretty empty for this encounter. Here's video of a skateboarder attempting a trick, but watch the man who gets out of the black Tesla.
I was honestly in shock. That's why, if you watch the video, I couldn't move right away because in my head, I'm like, is this really happening right now? Like, did this guy just really pull a gun for skateboarding?
You're hearing from a witness who doesn't want to be identified, but he did capture another angle of the confrontation. The man with the Tesla pulls a gun out quickly, holding it with two hands as he looks at the skateboarder and then puts it back in his pocket. The witness says he and his friends were told to leave.
He went out of his way to mess with us and park right in front of that rail and basically cause a commotion to give him reason to pull out the gun.
Okay, number one, this person had no business being on that property. It's not his property. It's not his problem. If he had any concern about the skateboarders being there, he should have contacted that church or maybe even called the non-emergency number to the police department and said, hey, I'm concerned that there's some skateboarders there and somebody may get hurt. The big thing from a gun ownership standpoint, I don't believe that there's anywhere in the United States where you could put yourself into a situation, create an incident, and then claim self-defense. Because if this guy would have taken his skateboard and beat the hell out of him because some stranger pulled a gun on him, he would have no standing whatsoever for his actions. Just imagine if this had gone bad. Driver pulls a gun on the skateboarder starts beating the driver. Driver shoots. Police gets there and says, what happened? Well, the skateboarder attacked me with the skateboard, and they start pulling back the video and go, wait a minute. Why are you even here? Why did you pull the gun on this guy? Looks like he was defending himself against you. Now you're going up for manslaughter? Really? Over nothing for something that wasn't even on your property.
A report was filed with Gilbert Police the next day. While we were at Compassion Church, we spotted a black Tesla driving out of the parking lot. This is 68-year-old Bernardo Ayon, who lives behind the church. And you were the guy that pulled out a gun on these skateboarders on Saturday because they were being defiant?
Defiant when I get telling him that just leave. I was going to go over there. Stop right there. Just go. Leave.
Ayon says he has no affiliation with the church. He just wanted the skateboarders off the property.
I don't know what's going through this man's mind because he had no authority to be there or to trespass anybody. And that's why I call this man an idiot. I would be rightfully defiant to some old man and telling me what to do when you have no authority over me. Last time I checked, this was America, and skateboarding really isn't a crime in the grand scheme of things.
And went on defense in case things escalated.
So when he was that defiant, I decided to pull out my gun, not to shoot him because I know when to use a gun.
And this is what really pisses me off about this guy and so many gun owners. If you're going to carry a gun, do it responsibly. The first thing that was taught to us in my concealed weapons class is that the majority of gun use situations on TV will get you thrown in jail faster than you could bat an eye. And this is a perfect example. I know when to use a gun. Bullshit. You pull out a gun and you point it at somebody in a menacing manner to create fear or intimidation, that's aggravated assault. with a deadly weapon, because whenever a gun is used, guess what? It's a deadly weapon, has a potential of killing somebody. I am a pro two-way advocate, but you got to be responsible to keep yourself out of trouble and also to set an example to those people in the communities that we could handle the responsibility. We don't want to give any fuel to the anti-gunners to sit there and go, see, that's what they're like. They're out of control. They're looking for something. They're looking for their vengeance. They're looking for that moment to just make my day. We can't have these things happen. As gun owners, we need to hold each other accountable, and we need to call people out when they're acting like idiots. We also need to understand the laws and how to protect ourselves and how to do it in a legal way.
What did Gilbert police tell you when they took your gun?
That I have a class 3 felony.
Ion also tells me his wife was in the car. Hours after this interview, Gilbert PD told Fox 10 officials have submitted charges against Ion to the county attorney's office, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and possession of a firearm on school grounds. In Gilbert, I'm Justin Lum for Fox 10 Investigates.
Let's see how much his knowledge is going to cost him, because it could cost him tens of thousands of dollars to try to get this pled down so he doesn't end up going to jail. And if he ends up going to jail, if they want to make an example out of him, he spend the rest of his life in jail. Think about it. In most states, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon's about 5 years. In a school charge, who knows, maybe 3. He's in his 70s. It could literally be the rest of his life over something absolutely foolish and 100% avoidable. Be safe. Make sure to carry safely and legally, and always be ready to defend yourself and those that you love. Thank you for visiting. Please like and subscribe and share this video.